So how's the tour coming on so far? You said the second day of your tour, so.
Yeah, so just the beginning. But so far, very good. This is our second show here in Pittsburgh, and we are out on the road pretty much till Thanksgiving. So this is like we're just kind of dipping our toes in.
And then after this show, you're going to go Imagine Dragons, or?
Yeah. So after this show, we have a couple more weeks of like radio festivals like this and some headline shows in the Northeast, and then we fly back to the West Coast at the end of the month and begin the Imagine Dragons run, which would be really fun.
That should be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Big audiences.
Big audience, lots of people. Yeah, so it'd be great.
Yeah. So you grew up in Illinois, as we were talking earlier.
Yes.
What was your upbringing like?
Well, yeah, I was born in Evanston, Illinois, raised primarily in Wilmette, Illinois, and I had, by all accounts, a really nice childhood. I think, I really value the fact that my parents instilled in me, I think, a sense of pretty pure curiosity in the world, and I feel like that has, sort of looking back on my life, I think that that's one of the things that I'm the most grateful for, just sort of being interested in the world and what's going on. I think that's part of the reason I started doing music was I stumbled into this thing that was really different and I knew nothing about and had that kind of natural curiosity to explore it, and now I'm here on this couch.
Yeah. Well, your dad was a guitar player, wasn't he?
Yeah, my dad was kind of like a hobbyist guitar player, and he taught me how to play guitar probably around like 4th grade, something like that. When it was very, very hard to play bar chords with my small child hands. And he was definitely a big musical fan. I think, he passed away, and so it's actually pretty cool to do music now, sort of, in the spirit of that.
You ever done any of his songs that he wrote?
I don't really have any songs that he wrote. He and my uncle, like, back in the 70s or something, would, I think, get stoned and, write music and record it to cassette tapes. But I've heard one song, which I do actually know how to play, but I've never, played it properly.
Okay. And after high school and all that, you did get a record contract, the first record contract.
Yes.
That they kind of screwed you a little bit for the royalties. How did that happen? How do you lose your rights to your songs?
Well, I mean, I think I got signed very early in my career, and I've in the past likened it to a first marriage when you're really young, where you're sort of like, you don't actually know what you want in a partner quite yet, and that was sort of, I think, how that relationship felt to me, how that business relationship felt to me. And when you sign a record deal, that the record company owns those songs. So that's kind of just like part and parcel of signing a record deal. So, initially I was sort of demoralized when I left and had like all 70 or whatever unreleased songs that were just sort of had to be forgotten. But looking back on it, and I think even after only a couple months, I was able to see that those songs needed to sort of just like be part of the past, and I kind of needed a fresh start, if you know what I mean. So oddly enough, it was kind of a productive way of forcing me to begin anew and to remember that I could keep making music. I didn't have to rely on what I had done before.
Yeah, that's true. You kept going on, you moved on, and
it was oddly empowering, even though it didn't feel that way at first.
So I was kind of looking through the web and looking on the web, and I saw that you were involved with a transgender project. What
Well, I was part of a video for Billboard recently.
Okay.
Maybe that was it?
That probably was it, yeah.
But yeah, basically, just sort of in the wake of Trump's tweets about transgender service people being banned from the military, Billboard kind of got a bunch of artists together
to speak out on it.
To speak against it. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think, it's, for me right now, I'm still in a a pretty, you know, in sort of a stunned state that this is the situation that we're in, like with the earth melting. Donald Trump is the U.S. president, a variety of other terrible things, and also beautiful things happening. But I think, anytime I get a chance to stand behind something that I believe in and at least be like, even just a small voice in support of what I think is right, I try to seize that.
That's good. That's very good. So where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Okay, well, so here's the thing. Obviously, I love doing music, but I also am obsessed with radio programming. And
like podcasts or?
Yeah, like podcasts, like public radio program, like produced radio.
I saw your VH1, was it What the Fuck thing on Wednesday?
I don't even know.
It was about 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
And you did this thing for VH1.
I have no recollection of this, but
It's okay.
Who knows? Who knows what I've done? But I love produced radio, and I actually, I realized the other day I sort of have the technical, I know how to, do audio engineering, I know how to record, know how to operate equipment. I love radio. I think I have, a decent speaking voice, and I'm very interested in the world, and I like doing research. So I feel that perhaps that's, my next calling in, 7 years or something, when I'm, a little more settled down, stop drinking all the tequila, just want to hang at home, that kind of stuff.
And do you cook?
I do cook, yeah. I do. I love to cook. This lifestyle makes it a little bit difficult to actively cook. Though I am going to be home, I think, for a few weeks in December, and I'm looking forward to that. Whenever I'm home, I find it very relaxing.
So how do you stay healthy when you're touring? Since you can't really cook and you're depending on everyone's trying to cook for you and everything else.
Yeah, well, I feel like it's staying healthy is just about balance. What's that saying? Everything in moderation, even moderation. I think it's good to have nights where you just eat like crap, drink beer, hang out, have a good time. I think psychologically there's a benefit to that. And then I think it's important to go running and eat well and exercise and be on that end of the scale too. So I think it's just about managing that for me, having days where I'm just sort of indulging my emotions, and then days where I'm taking care of my body.
Well, that sounds very well and very healthy.
Thank you.
So anything you'd like to say to your fans? Any closing comments, wisdoms?
Closing comments or wisdoms? Well, I would say I feel like we need to. I read an interview yesterday with the old head of FEMA who was saying that this isn't about climate change, it's about climate management at this point. And I feel like young people need to embrace that, understand it, and take action with. And so if you're a smart person or an interested person, we should try to figure out how to keep the earth going properly. I think that would be a good goal. So that's just really to the world.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
For sure.
You have a good day.
Thank you. You too.